It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Hill going to go in motion right. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. We talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
It's a gain of 40. And an Eagle first down.
I'm a switch team.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Check. Panther.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
This 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Seven Pirates. Go, Reed. Go.
3rd and 2, Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Takes it to about the 37. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down to the feet of his receiver.
They certainly did a nice job in improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, again to Gainwell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penning. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Penning. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Back to throw here. Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Eskridge, the man in motion. Following the fumble recovery, Willis rolling to his left. Nolan Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Gonna be a safety. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brown goes in motion left. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brings up 2nd and inches on the Seahawks 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next to score, Eagles 12, Seahawks nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis headed left off the option. A pitch comes to Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, And one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Seahawks at 3-10 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
3rd down, it's Willis. Will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of leg behind it, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is
And now off to the races down the right side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. Flushed out right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott on for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Eagles 26, Seahawks 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 57 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. He's got it in. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
33. Seahawks 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Haskins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are an extra point away from going up by 30. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Eagles 40, Seahawks 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
70, 65 cat, 65 cat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Eagles. Tyreek Hill. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On second down, here's the option.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks 10.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Here's Moore. He will return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw, Willis.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Eagles 54, Seahawks 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now he's loose up the left sideline.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check smash, check smash.
Eskridge, the man in motion. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Willis wants to pass it again. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. Shedding the tackle and gives him some room. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he works 3. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. penny. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Gainwell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And it worked forward for about 4 as they get him down at the 29-yard line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Running left is Walker. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 9 here. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He was brought down there by Julian Love. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Now it's Penny running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Warrior 70. Street. Let's go.
Now Willis on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And the Seahawks first down.
Walker now on first and 10. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 70 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. And going right back to Walker. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a second and 14 now after the loss. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. The offense on third down, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. From the 17, here's second and 4. Willis headed left off the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A carry here for the big. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up. There he goes, left side. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And some room to run now. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. 113 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
They run again with Walker.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both.